How's it going, ladies and gents? Reverend Saint back again with another video for you guys today. And what we're going to be talking about are my opinions on what Infinity Ward can do to make sure that people are happy with not only Modern Warfare, but also Infinite Warfare, and get people playing that game as well, because as we know, there's so much hate for it. But instead of talking about all the hate and all that and stuff for it, let's talk a little bit about what can be done and what they could add to this game. But we don't know what's coming out yet. We don't know anything about the multiplayer or anything like that. So what a good time to talk about some suggestions well before the game is even showing multiplayer, well before the game actually comes out, and just get it out there and possibly get people talking about it. I think that could be a very good idea to do. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. My first and foremost thing I want to mention is that we already do know that the multiplayer is going to be like Black Ops 3. We know the movement system is like Black Ops 3, so we know it's going to carry over into multiplayer in that way. We do know that there's probably not going to be any 0G maps, so we don't have to worry about that. A lot of people do worry about that, but it's not something we have to, because they have stated that there's not going to be anything specific like that. Do we know if there's going to be specific areas in certain maps that are 0G? We don't know. It's a possibility. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal if there is. Obviously, I don't think people will be happy with it, but I don't think that's going to be something that they put into the multiplayer. And we know it's going to be Infinity Ward. It's going to have the Infinity Ward type of maps in it, if you guys know what I mean. Stuff like Octane and what's a Warhawk and Ghosts, and then obviously Escalation was an Infinity Ward game as well, or not Escalation, High Rise. I always get those names mixed up. High Rise and stuff like that. So we could see that, and who knows, we might even see a bit of we do know actually about this. I forgot they said this in the live stream on Facebook, that they're gonna have beefier type guns. The guns are gonna feel similar to the Modern Warfare style guns, Modern Warfare 2 style guns. So we know that, and they know people really like that. So they're gonna be doing that with the game. Hopefully they can pull it off. We don't know yet. We'll find out. So we do know that about it, and other than that, we don't know much. So my suggestion here is, this is something that people had suggested for Black Ops 3 after it had come out, but something they could add to the game later on or right away, it depends, is a grounded type zone or game mode. I mean a game mode that where you're always boots on the ground. It disables thrust jumps and stuff like that. You just get a single jump. Now that is something that can easily be done. It can easily be done in Black Ops 3 even. Why? Because that coding is already in the multiplayer, in the single player. The first few maps or levels of single player, you don't have that boost jump. You don't have that double jump. You just have a regular single jump. You can't float up into the air or anything like that. Excuse me. So you're good to go at that point, and really they can just kind of bring that over into the multiplayer aspect, and it could work very well. So I think that's something that a lot of people would like to see. And a lot of these maps, even in Black Ops 3, a lot of them would work without wall runs. Like this map, Fringe, for example, there's no like drop off points that you have to like jump over or wall run over. It's all flat ground. Yes, there's a lot of high walls that can give you an advantage if you wall run, if you maneuver properly, but really, it's just a tool that gets you across the map easier on this map, and plenty of other maps are like that as well. So you don't, and there's not really, like, think about Stronghold. There's not really too many spots on that either, save for like the far cliff side on the right or left, depending on your spawn. The cliff side over there, there's really only that one path. That wall running is really a use for you in that map. So it could easily be done in Infinite Warfare, and I think that it's something that they need to look at, is possibly just disabling thrusters for a certain game mode. Obviously, they're not going to do it, period. It's a big mistake to do it, period. They already have the coding in the game. They're not just going to take that and throw it out the window. That's a big waste of money on their part, and they're not going to do that, obviously. I mean, I'm sure if Infinity Ward had the choice, they would do it, because, like, to them, they want to make the best game possible that people are going to really love, and the game that they want to make ultimately. But with Activision being there, they're not going to say, no, you have to throw, they're not going to say you can throw this huge asset out the window and be like, all right, there's no thrust jumps in multiplayer. You know, that's a big mistake. That's one reason why they did Modern Warfare, and another reason is because they found out people were tired of the futuristic setting and stuff like that. So that's a good thing too. Like, talking about that, people get so upset and so annoyed with the futuristic setting. They couldn't have known that 3 years ago when they started. The first thing they do is probably get core mechanics in, which would be your movement system, which would be your thrust jumps and be your futuristic setting and stuff like that. They get that stuff all done and ready to go. They already have it written, they already have it scripted, it's already there and done and ready to go. They've already paid for that. They can't just redo that, you know. That is a huge expense, especially in the eyes of Activision. They can't just, all right, you know what, we'll just scrap this. It's just not something that can be done or anything like that. So they went with the route of Treyarch. They obviously talked to Treyarch and got that idea. But with this, it's a game mode. It's just a specific game mode. They're not taking anything out of the game. They're just adding a game mode where they take out one of the features and one of the movement features. You're still going to have sliding. You're still going to have your corner leaning. You're still going to have your sprints and stuff like that. You're just not going to have any boost like in Black Ops 3. Now, we don't know if it's going to work on the boost meter like Black Ops 3 yet. We just know the movement is like Black Ops 3. So that's the big primary thing I can think of that would really might change people's minds about Infinite Warfare if they came out and just said, oh yeah, we have boots on the ground game mode. Like, that'll work. Call it like BOTG or something like that. Could work really well. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's not talk about how bad we think Infinite Warfare is going to be, because I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be great. I've made plenty of videos on that. We're not talking about that now. Let me know your ideas. What can they add to this? Like, take it Black Ops 3 for an example. What could they add to it to make it more appealing to you? Besides changing the setting, obviously, because that's not something that can be done. But what can be done that would change your opinion slightly and make you a little bit more, make it more appealing to you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Peace.